Hi all, I am Prajna. Today we are going to see how to incorporate S3 bucket cross replication rule. Here when we make changes in one bucket, these changes are reflected in another bucket. So if a user want to access these data which is far from their region, it will create latency and availability issues. So, if the same data is replicated in the region near to this user without human intervention, it can enhance high availability, low latency, and reducing the time complexity. So, now let us see how we can incorporate this process by using AWS console. So now let's go to AWS console and click on S3 buckets. For this we require two buckets. So let's click on create bucket. Let the bucket type be general purpose. Give a bucket name. Let the object ownership setting be default and block public access settings be also be default, and we have to enable bucket versioning and all the other settings be default and click on create bucket. Now a bucket is been created here which is source 0310. Now we have to create one more bucket. So click on create bucket. Let the bucket type be general purpose. Give a name. Let the object ownership settings be default and even the block public access settings default. And now we have to enable bucket versioning and all the other settings be default and click on create bucket. Now two buckets has been created. One is source 0310 and destination 0310. For incorporating the cross replication rule between these buckets, we have to go to the source bucket, go to management, and now we have to create a replication rule. So click on create replication rule. Here we have to give a name. Rule is enabled. And the source bucket is source 0310 in the region North Virginia. Choose a rule scope. In this it gives us the choice to filter out the types of data to be replicated, or we can apply to all objects to be replicated in the destination bucket. Now we have to choose the destination bucket. If we have the bucket in the same account, then we can choose this and go to browse S3 to locate our destination bucket, or else we can click on specify bucket in another account so that we can locate the bucket which is in another account. So we are doing bucket connection in same account. So we have to select the destination bucket and give choose path. Now Either we can create IAM role, or we can give existing IAM rules, or you can give create new role. Encryption, let it default, and all the other settings be default. And now click on save. Now this pop-up is asking us if we want to replicate the existing objects in the source bucket. So let us give no, as we don't have any objects in our buckets, and click on submit. Now the replication is configured. So let us go to our source bucket and upload a file. Now we have to check if this file is replicated in the destination bucket. So let's go to buckets, click on destination bucket, and here, as you can see, this file is replicated in the destination bucket. Thank you.